Being John Malkovich follows Craig, played by John Cusack, an unemployed puppeteer trapped in a loveless marriage with his wife Lottie, played by Cameron Diaz. To be fair, if I was married to Cameron Diaz, I'd be pretty miserable too. You who has a thing for his co-worker Maxine, played by Catherine Keener. However, he suddenly discovers a portal in the head of world-famous actor John Malkovich, played by... well, John Malkovich, and bizarre hilarity and tragedy ensues in a way that only Charlie Kaufman can do. He has written 2 of my favourite movies ever, so I'm already keen to see what he does here.
It's an interesting story.
The idea of Being John Malkovich originated when Kaufman came up with a story that was simply about a man who falls in love with someone who is not his wife, and initially it didn't involve the titular actor at all. However, as the script developed, he added in many of the movie's most famous elements, such as the portal in Malkovich's head and the 7.5 floor of the building. He finished the script in 1994 and began showing it to several major studios, all of whom turned it down, calling the premise stupid.
It's very kind of you to lie.
However, after some time, the script eventually found its way to Francis Ford Coppola, who gave the script to his daughter's boyfriend Spike Jonze, who loved it and instantly agreed to direct. This was actually a big risk, as Jonze was mainly known for directing music videos for artists such as R.E.M., the Beastie Boys and Daft Punk, and had never directed a feature film before, but he was willing to take the risk because of how much he loved the script. Jonze then took the screenplay to Propaganda Films, who agreed to produce the movie in partnership with their production company Single Cell Pictures. Producers Michael Stipe and Sandy Stern then pitched the film to numerous studios, including New Line Cinema, but they dropped the project after chairman Robert Shea asked, "Why the f*** can't it be Being Tom Cruise?"
That was a good one.
In fact, the choice of Malkovich as the title star of the movie was a big reason as to why it became so difficult to get it made, and even the director tried to convince Kaufman to change it so they could actually get the film funded. But he fought tooth and nail to keep the script as it was. The screenplay was always Being John Malkovich, even before I had any expectation that John Malkovich would even read the script. Eventually, Kaufman showed the screenplay to Malkovich himself, and though he thought it was great, he was extremely hesitant about starring as himself in a movie and tried to convince the filmmakers to cast someone else. Either the movie's a bomb and it's got not only my name above the title, but my name in the title, so I'm that way, or it does well and I'm just forever associated with this character.
I understand perfectly.
However, he was more than willing to help Kaufman get the film made, even signing on as a producer, but he still didn't want to star in it. Eventually, he was convinced to appear after Kaufman's persistence, and he even encouraged Jonze and Kaufman to heighten the movie's satire. When casting the other actors, John Cusack was offered the role when he told his agent to bring him the craziest, most unpredictable script he could find. Yeah, about sums the movie up, yeah.
Flattery will get you everywhere, my boy.
He read the script and was so impressed that he went through 5 auditions before eventually landing the part. And he even took marionette lessons in order to appear more convincing as a puppeteer. However, the other actors weren't as quick to jump on the film as Cusack was. Cameron Diaz was hesitant to take on the role of Lottie because of the makeup involved. In fact, when she was on set in full makeup, many of the crew members didn't recognize her and thought she was just a random stranger who had wandered onto set. In fact, I'm not gonna lie, I had no idea that this was Cameron Diaz when I watched this movie.
It's a terrible curse.
In addition, Catherine Keener initially disliked her character and felt that she wasn't right for the part. It wasn't who I saw for the part of Maxine. She was sexy and bold, and I didn't really like her. I don't think you're really supposed to like Maxine, but we'll get to that. It didn't matter in the end, she got nominated for an Oscar for Best Supporting Actress anyway. Filming began on July the 28th, 1998 and wrapped in August that same year in Los Angeles, though certain scenes were filmed on the campus of the University of Southern California. And Being John Malkovich was released on October the 29th, 1999 and was a surprise hit, grossing $32.4 million on a budget of just $10 million and was met with universal critic acclaim.
It's still my heart.
Ebert later named the film as the best movie of 1999 and stated, "Either Being John Malkovich gets nominated for Best Picture, or the members of the Academy need portals into their brains." Well, this is a bit awkward.
We'll see.
It was nominated for 3 Academy Awards for Best Director, Best Supporting Actress, and Best Original Screenplay, but won none. And the film's omission in the Best Picture category is still, to this day, considered one of the biggest snubs in the Academy's history. However, many people have theorized that the movie is, in fact, a prequel to the 2017 horror film Get Out, with Catherine Keener reprising her role 18 years later, and Alison Williams playing Malkovich's daughter as an adult. Both films include the theme of a person's consciousness taking over another person's body and being trapped as a passive spectator inside a body. Get Out director Jordan Peele has said that this wasn't his intention when he made the film, but both he and Spike Jonze have said that they like the theory. So let's see how this madness starts. Wait, what? I have no idea what's going on, but I am terrified! These things look creepy as hell! Okay, nitpick, but why the hell is the camera so shaky here? Did they lose their Steadicam or tripod? So John Cusack has a new job and has to find the 7.5th floor. I mean, it is quite funny how this lady in the lift just casually pulls out a crowbar to show him how to get there. And then he enters Willy Wonka Land. Yeah, now it feels like a Charlie Kaufman movie.
Saying the other day about that orientation film being bull.
Yes.
I think maybe you're onto something.
And 50 other lines to get into a girl's pants.
Hey ladies, just because a guy talks to you doesn't automatically mean he wants to pork you.
Don't toy with Flores, Schwartz.
Oh, no.
If I was 80 years younger, I'd box your ears.
I wasn't toying with her, sir. I wouldn't.
Just because a guy talks to you doesn't automatically mean he wants to pork you.
If I can guess your name in 3 tries, you have to come have a drink with me tonight.
Oh, god damn it, bro. I had your back and you blew it, you creepy creepo.
Carol, Tab, Cher, Suzanne, Maxine?
Yeah. Who told you?
What the f***? How? So Maxine, for some reason, agrees to go out with the weirdo.
Buy a drink, Maxine? Maxine?
Are you married?
Yeah, but enough about me.
Yeah.
What? She finds out that he's married and she doesn't leave? He's on a date with you!
I don't know. I like you. I don't know what it is about you. I just...
My tits?
No.
Okay, you are not helping this situation.
No, it's your energy, your attitude, the way you carry yourself.
You're not a are you?
Oh. I wonder why this actress didn't like the character.
I am really attracted
No,
to you.
I am really attracted to you, Christ. You are a Okay, well, we can share recipes if you like, Darlene.
No, wait, listen. I love your tits. I love
Good.
it. I want to
Great, now we're getting somewhere.
Why am I even watching?
So tell me about yourself. Huh? I mean, if you can get your mind out of the gutter long enough, dog boy.
Well, I'm a puppeteer. And I've been...
Check.
Bit harsh. Seriously, for the whole film, anyone who finds out that he's a puppeteer treats him like he's the devil. Is this a real thing? Is there really this harsh negative stigma towards puppeteering that I'm not aware of? And that's when he goes home to his wife! Yeah, do you remember her, you unfaithful bellend? He even has a puppet of his wife giving birth. This dude is so creepy! And when you're watching this for the first time, you're just wondering, where the hell is John Malkovich? What's this got to do with him? He's in the title and yet he hasn't appeared yet.
Interesting, Craig. Would you like to be inside my skin?
I'm extremely uncomfortable.
You're not somebody I could get interested in, Craig. You play with dolls.
Why does everybody hate puppeteers? Was it Jeff Dunham? Did he ruin it for everybody?
I feel something for you, Maxine. I've never felt this way before. About anybody, not even my wife.
How is she not calling him out on this? I mean, sure, she leaves, but she doesn't seem to think it's that big a deal. He's married, goes on a date with her, and she just goes along with it for a while. What the hell? She doesn't even find out that he's unhappy. But hey, then he finds the entrance to Narnia. That's nice. So Cusack is amazed at this experience entering another man's body.
I beg your pardon?
And rushes to tell Maxine, but she isn't too impressed.
You see the world through John Malkovich's eyes, and then after about 15 minutes, you're spit out into a ditch on the side of the New Jersey Turnpike.
Sounds great.
Who the is John Malkovich?
Bit harsh. It's John Malkovich!
Oh, he's an actor. He's one of the great American actors of the 20th century.
Oh yeah, what's he been in?
Lots of things.
Yeah, like... Well, there was... No, that wasn't him. How about... No. Well, So Maxine wants to... Con Air! He was in Con Air! Yeah, got one.
I think maybe you're onto something.
So Maxine wants to start charging people to enter the mind of John Malkovich. Yeah, she's been taking tips from Charisma Carpenter and Angel. But weirdly, she hasn't even experienced it yet. It's just so strange to me that Cusack runs in and claims that he has this magical portal where he can become a celebrity for 15 minutes, and she calls him crazy, but then you fart and all of a sudden, hey, I believe you, let's charge people for it like it's an amusement ride. Also, do these people ever sleep? They're working full-time jobs during the day, and then this Malkovich business all night. How are they going this long without sleep? Are they me? This is such a bizarre concept. How would you even come up with something like this? It's a portal where you can enter someone's mind for 15 minutes.
I want to be John Malkovich tomorrow. That'd be perfect, because then I can meet your partner. I'd love to meet...
You know what the thing is, as I said before, it's Lester Corp's open during the day, so we can't go during the day.
But you did it during the day. And the company doesn't seem like they'd actually care about having visitors, so that doesn't seem to be the problem either. It's just weird because Lottie randomly shows up and now she's a main character all of a sudden. I completely forgot who she was. I was just guessing, oh hey, she must be his wife. So Lottie enters Malkovich and... she seems to enjoy drying a penis a little too much. Are they all cheating douchebags? Although, does this count as cheating? I mean, technically, she's not touching the dick. John Malkovich is. But then she's there watching it and enjoying it. So is this the equivalent of just watching porn? This movie messes with your mind, man. And then Lottie shows up at his work anyway. So what was the problem before? And wait, how the hell did she find out how to get on a floor 7.5? And why is Maxine still so keen on this idea when she hasn't even tried it herself yet?
I've decided that I'm a transsexual.
Oh. Okay, I gotta admit, I didn't see that coming. That's what's great about this movie. It constantly keeps you guessing. You have no idea what's going to happen next.
It's the middle of the day. How am I going to get her past Lester?
Oh, she got in perfectly fine. Which sets off an alarm when they get in, so I'm sure she can get out fine.
Mr. John Malkovich?
Yeah, who's calling?
Oh my goodness, you don't know me, but I know you. I'm a great admirer of yours.
How did you get this number?
No. I'm sorry, but no celebrity would actually stay on the phone that long when talking to a stalker. Not buying it. But it seems Lottie is now addicted and uses Malkovich's body to practically spy on him during a dinner date with Maxine. But why would John actually show up to this date? You could tell me Lottie had some influence since she was begging him to do so whilst inside his mind. But it's proven later she isn't strong enough to control him, so that don't fly with me.
Listen, I really don't find this amusing.
But it is quite well written. Lottie obviously feels neglected and unwanted by her husband, and now Maxine looks at her so lovingly, and she loves this feeling and starts to fall for her.
You know what I was thinking? I was thinking that maybe we should invite Maxine over for dinner one night, you know, because you guys are partners and all, and I thought that might be a really nice gesture. I think she'd really like that, you know?
Maxine?
Yeah.
Hey, you may actually be getting that threesome you've always wanted. Congrats, bro. Man, this looks so ominous. Pay us $200 to get inside a man's body, but first, please climb inside this extremely dark crawl space. Nothing bad will happen. So we get to the evening, and Craig and Lottie both just stare at Maxine wanting to f*** her. This is so creepy.
Oh, God. Lottie!
Greg! I don't find you attractive.
Lottie, I'm smitten with you. I am, but only when you're a Malkovich.
This movie's so weird, man. Seriously, Maxine calls John to arrange a date so Lottie can be John. I mean, does this count as cheating? They're having an out-of-body affair. What is going on? Once there, Max kills time waiting for Lottie to enter him. And then, I mean, this is technically girl-on-girl action right now. This is kind of hot. No, it's not, because it's a guy, but it's a girl. I'm so confused.
We love her, Craig.
We?
John and me.
Don't forget about me.
Will you have the Maxine action figure to play with?
This is the worst marriage ever.
You know why? Because I've fallen in love. And this is what people who fall in love look like.
Well, you pick the unrequited variety.
Dude, Maxine is a b****. No wonder the actress hated her. She friend-zones John Cusack, then she bangs his wife, and then brags about it and acts so smug about it. What the hell? But I am sorry, this just looks hilarious as the dramatic music hits and he runs through the low-ass hallways.
And I don't know how to use it very well, so don't make any sudden moves. I'm serious. I'm serious.
Can women stop saying this? You don't have a dick to suck! Suck my tits, eat my minge, do you like it? So Cusack loses it and decides to set up a date between Maxine and John, leading her to believe Lottie will be in Malkovich. But Jesus Christ, this got dark in a hurry. But I can't even feel his torment, he's been a completely creepy weirdo from the very beginning. I'm sorry, but I can't take this seriously. That's hilarious. Help! I'm overacting like But to be fair, it is quite a clever metaphor. We're all puppets in life, which ties to Cusack's job as a puppeteer, and now he's even using Malkovich's body as a puppet. Maxine is riding him, believing it's Lottie, but it's actually John Cusack. And he even realizes he is now able to control John's movements and speech.
And literally, I feel like I'm going crazy, Charlie.
I'm sure you're not going crazy.
Wait, Charlie Sheen is in this? Originally, it was actually going to be Kevin Bacon. Why couldn't it have been Kevin Bacon?
Charlie, someone was talking through my mouth.
You were stoned.
Well, you would know. But Malkovich discovers the truth and decides to enter his own mind. And this is when everything is Malkovich.
Malkovich. Malkovich, Malkovich. Malkovich, Malkovich. Malkovich, Malkovich, Malkovich.
Did someone spike my drink?
Hey, Malkovich, think fast!
Fun fact, that actually wasn't in the script. Malkovich described how Spike Jonze wanted to cut it out due to running late that night, expecting that no one would actually be able to hit him on the head with a half-full can of beer from a passing car. But about 70 or 80 sets of hands shot up on the crew saying that they would like to try. Eventually, the task fell to John Cusack's writing partner, and he actually nailed it on the first attempt.
That's even better.
But Lottie realizes what Cusack has done, and things continue to get heated.
Fell in love with her first, Craig.
Yeah, but I didn't do anything about it out of respect for our marriage.
You didn't do anything about it, Craig. Out of respect for the fact that she wouldn't let you near her with a 10-foot pole.
Ouch. I mean, she's not wrong, but there's no need to say it.
What am I? Some kind of monster?
The only time the word monster will be acceptable in a screenplay. And randomly, he and Lottie have now made amends.
Ow.
What the f*** is even the purpose of their pet chimp? So Maxine discovers that the last time she banged John, it was actually Cusack in his body.
Well, boy, I'm surprised. That's pretty impressive.
What?
Dude, what a she is the most sex-obsessed woman I have ever seen. She doesn't care who it is. Man, woman, John Malkovich, John Cusack, his wife, his aunt, their neighbor Sally, his babysitters, dogs, uncles, roommates, cousins, professor at college. She will have them all. Doesn't matter. Oh, look, there's Maxine. Let's go and ram her. 3 at a time. Form an orderly line. We can all have a go pipe in the So Maxine goes to see Malkovich and Cusack manages to even control him. I'm sorry, but this just gets ridiculous.
Craig, Schwartzy, are you in there?
How did you know it was me?
Is this being John Malkovich or the Nutty Professor? And yeah, All of a sudden, he went from only being able to control some parts of his body and speech to flawlessly controlling every part of him.
No! Shut up, you overrated sack of shit.
This is ridiculous! I'm not taking this seriously while he's arguing with himself. But they plan to bang on his desk and then make him eat off it. No. Seriously, they actually say that.
Let's do it on his dining room table. Then we'll make him eat an omelet off of it.
What is these stupid white people? But man, they better hurry up if they've only got 15 minutes. So Lottie goes to see the pervy old guy who always talks about sex. I swear to God, if they're gonna pork next.
But Dr. Lester.
I am not Dr. Lester. What a twist! It was 90 years ago that I discovered a strange portal. And I found that this portal led to a vessel body and that I could live forever.
And it just keeps getting weirder. But Cusack has somehow figured out how to last longer in Malkovich's body so he and Maxine can finally be together. Until she gets bored and wants to f*** someone else. And their wife. And her friend. And their brother. But Maxine has the genius idea of him staying as Malkovich forever. What could possibly go wrong? Am I the only one feeling really sorry for John Malkovich? I mean, what has this guy done to deserve this? He's just this successful actor, and now all of a sudden this douchebag puppeteer comes along, and he's like, no, I'm going to steal your life away. He takes away his entire life, his fortune, and everything. Why? What did he do? Give him it back.
I'm so sorry. That's horrible.
He even decides to use Malkovich's fame to catapult his own puppeteering career. Dude, this is messed up. We then cut to 8 months later where she's pregnant with his baby. This is another man's life. You have robbed an innocent man of his entire life. Oh well, have a Sean Penn cameo.
In Maxine, Malkovich had found his mentor, his muse, his inspiration.
No! Stop having this heartwarming montage of his success! He's stolen an entire man's career and life! This is awful!
And I'd just like to thank God for giving us this opportunity to share our creative vision.
Nothing was impossible for John and Maxine in the early days.
Wait, was that Brad Pitt? On screen for like 0.5 seconds? Was he auditioning for Deadpool 2? But despite moving on, he still has a puppet of Lottie. This is so disturbing! What is going on? But to be honest, this puppet show is legitimately impressive. They all look like real actors. It's really well done. But the old-timers kidnap Maxine and refuse to give her back, unless he gives up the body of Malkovich. What do they want with it now? He's all old. He refuses, but it turns out they're bluffing and aren't going to kill her anyway. You know, just like every other villain in every movie ever.
Lottie, no!
Jesus Christ, dude! And this is when I think they just ran out of ideas. They all end up running through John Malkovich's subconscious, and it just comes across like they ran dry of material and wanted an excuse for weird imagery. Kaufman would use this concept a lot better in Eternal Sunshine, but here it's just out of place for the rest of the movie. It's like the plot goes on hold, then this takes place, and then it just carries on like nothing happened. It just doesn't fit.
It's ours! I got pregnant when you were in Malkovich! You cannot with me anymore, Maxine! I kept it because I knew you were the father.
Are we sure that's how that works? But the old farts celebrate Cusack leaving Malkovich's body, but it's just so they can all possess him and ruin his existence. Give him his life back! They all go in at once! This is horrible! The poor guy!
Maxine! I did it, Maxine! I left Malkovich for you, sweetie! I feel good being Malkovich without you! It proves I love you! Doesn't it?
He's not with us.
He gave up the body and Maxine still ditches him. Ah, well, he deserved it. And Lottie's a and Maxine's a hoe. Who the hell do I root for? I mean, John Malkovich, but he's pretty much dead. So we skip to 7 years later and... What the hell has Charlie Sheen done to his hair? His hairline's worse than mine! But he offers him a chance for immortality before we cut to... Oh, Jesus Christ! What else can they possibly do? I mean, I love the movie, but the ending is so dragged out. Just end! Weirdly, though, it is somehow quite charming to see Lottie and Maxine together with their baby. I have no idea how they managed to pull it off, considering how they got together. It's so warped and disturbing. but awesome! Of course the movie is weird, it's Charlie Kaufman. It's a pretty silly concept, but it's handled relatively well. The acting is incredible across the board, and even though the characters aren't that likeable at points, they're all relatable in some way, and they're all interesting to watch, which is all you really need. If you're looking for an introduction to Charlie Kaufman's work, this is a great way to start. Being John Malkovich will never stop being a complete masterpiece. Dazzlingly singular what can't I say that word? Dazzlingly sing it's the two words together. Dazzlingly singular movies aren't often this much fun. Nailed it. You can't even tell.